Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Kuelker, psychologist and creator of the Psychological Injury Index. A couple days ago, I got an email from someone who said that two of his friends committed suicide because their businesses were crushed by the pandemic and they did not see a way out. I want to help you and others who are feeling hopeless at this time. The first thing I want to tell you is that you're going to be okay. You have food in your cupboard and in your fridge. You have clean water coming out of your tap. You have a place to sleep that is warm. Your body has all it needs to keep on functioning. It has the nutrients to keep your lungs breathing, your heart beating. Whatever else is happening in your life, even though it's very anxiety provoking, you will have enough to eat and drink and a good place to sleep. You might recognize that this is the first level in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The most basic need is physiological needs, such as nutrition and rest. The next level is safety needs. The level above that is need for love and belonging. Above that is esteem needs, such as accomplishment and prestige. And at the very top is self-actualization. So take a breath and realize that your body has all it needs to keep on living. Your most basic need is being met. The second level of Maslow's hierarchy is safety. And once again, if you're watching this video, you are okay. You're not stuck outside in jeans and a t-shirt when it is 40 below and the snow's blowing like crazy. You are safe in a building. And listen, it's quiet out there. You are safe. Bullets are not slamming into the walls of your building. Rockets are not hitting the house next door. Nothing is going to injure your body in the near future. Even if you're ill, most people recover. If you're super ill, our sophisticated healthcare system was working very hard to keep you alive. But for you, the person watching this video, you are safe. Every inch of your skin is intact and healthy. And you will keep on being safe. Even if finances get unbelievably bad, you can move in with your sibling or your parents or close friends. We live in a society that has food banks and firefighters and hospitals and the National Guard or Army Reserves. Nobody will ever starve to death in North America. The National Guard will set up food distribution. The ambulance will come by. You will still be walking and talking years from now. The next level on the hierarchy above that is love and belonging. You have that too. You are loved. People care about you. Your siblings do. Your friends do. And your parents do as well. If you've started a family, your kids certainly love you and your spouse as well. Now, I recognize that not every family is healthy. Some have severe problems. But there are other people that care for you right now. You desperately need to know this and focus on it. And tell them. Grab your smartphone and call them or text them. Tell them, hey, David, I'm really glad we can talk and ride bikes together. Or call them. Or, hey, Lance, you're an awesome father to your kids, and I'm glad we're friends. And if your relationships have problems, well, you can take steps too. If you made a mess in your relationships, then clean it up. Call your sister or whoever else up and say, I'm sorry I said those nasty things to you at Christmas. It was wrong to express my anger that way. I will work on dealing with it in a healthier fashion in the future. Deep down, you know your sister or the other person loves you, or else they would not have visited you at Christmas. And even if they started off saying something snarky, well, you responded with something more nasty. That was your mess, and you need to clean it up. If they said something rude, then they need to apologize for that. Life is short. Don't let your pride keep you lonely. And in 25,000 hours of doing therapy, I've seen it over and over. That when people sincerely apologize for the damage they made in a relationship, that other people are remarkably willing to forgive and work on the relationship in return. It is always wonderful to see. So you have the first three levels: food and rest, safety, love and belonging. The next two are esteem needs, such as prestige and accomplishment, and the top one is self-actualization. This is where you likely have major problems. This is probably where you feel intense shame and fear. Your business may be crashing down in flames. You might be laid off from your job. You're scared and you're worried and you don't know what will happen next. You will survive is what will happen next. Yeah, you're stronger than you think and you will gut it out and push through. It will be hard, but you can keep on pushing through. Abraham Lincoln lost his mother when he was 9. His sister died a decade later, and when he got married and had kids, 3 of his 4 kids died before they hit adulthood. Your grandparents, they made it through the Great Depression in the 1930s. I'm not saying this to minimize your pain. It is real and it is scary. I'm saying this to remind you that other people have had very hard times and they scraped together the strength to persevere. Lincoln loved his kids, and his wife and him were in deep grief from their deaths. But they kept on keeping on, and things eventually changed. You might be having a super hard time now, but you have more strength than you think. You can survive. When you doubt that, just remember all the people around you who care for you and believe in you. You can ask them to help, and all of you can tackle this problem together. And yeah, this pain hurts, but consider what kind of pain it is. It is a loss of prestige and accomplishment, or it is a loss of self-actualization. Your job's gone, your business is in shambles. You might have to collect unemployment insurance for a while. You might have to do grunt work instead of stuff that fascinates you. That really sucks. I had a business that I loved, which was destroyed by outside forces, and it hurt like crazy for years. Your pain is vivid and awful. Just keep it in perspective. Your worth as a person is much more than your work. You are a human being, not a human working. There are many parts to you, such as your character or your relationships or your spiritual beliefs. Depending on your faith, you may even see yourself as a child of God. Heck, even your hobbies and your sports are parts of you. Just because your job vanished or your business failed does not mean that you should disappear or that you failed. It means that you're a person who is a friend or a son or a mother or a jogger or a painter or a musician or someone who is loyal or who is kind or tries to honor God or your spiritual path. You are a person first. You also happen to be out of work right now. And the sooner that you learn that you're a human being, not a human working, the better. I mean, you're going to retire someday and stop working. If you equate your work with your worth, then when you stop working, you become worthless. And you'll either drink yourself silly or get super depressed. There's even one huge group of people who lives an average of 14 months after retirement, and then half of them are dead. Don't make that mistake. You are fundamentally a man or a woman, not a worker. So, remember, your body has everything it needs to keep on ticking. You're physically safe. There are people that care for you. Yeah, it hurts to lose your job or your business. However, you have the strength to make it through the pain, and you still have huge worth as a person, regardless of whether you collect unemployment insurance or not. I'm Dr. Kuelker, and if this video is helpful for you, share it with somebody else who might benefit from it, and hit the like button below.